So if you don't know, I have been providing my product research service out on Fiverr for about 3 months now. Essentially, customers will pay me to perform product research on their behalf and to find them a profitable product to sell on Amazon. I'll set them up with a product that's in high demand and it currently has low existing competition in that niche. I'll also set them up with a sales estimate and basically everything that they need from A to Z to be able to succeed with the product. So I started thinking, what if I took one of these product research packets and I put it to the test? I'm talking about acting as a total beginner, ordering the products that I recommend and seeing what happens. Are you interested? Let's find out what happens. Alright, so first let's lay out the ground rules so you understand how this test was set up, how it worked, and all the assumptions that were behind it, and then we can get to the product and reveal the results. First off, and as I mentioned before, my goal was to act as a total beginner. This means I would start off with an individual account until I started selling over 40 units per month. If you don't know what that means, basically there are two different account types. There's the individual plan, which I'll start out as, and that's where you pay 99 cents for each unit that you sell. And then there's the professional account type in the US, which is a fixed $39.99 per month, and there's no 99-cent fee per sale. Second, I would not use any advertising through pay-per-click advertising on Amazon or Google advertising to really influence my sales. So for this packet, I wanted to take the packet and to understand if I can receive organic sales just by optimizing my listing based on my research packet, and then in addition, the keywords that I provide my customers. Third, I would follow all of the recommended advice in the research packet from ordering the products the whole way to actually selling that first unit. I would allow myself to price the products very cheap when starting out to get more immediate sales and hopefully some good quality reviews. The last rule was that I could not use my trademark established brand for this product. I was going to be starting from scratch, a brand name that I've never used, and I would only have a budget of $500. So now that we've covered the ground rules, let's talk about what the product is and take a look at the product research packet. Alright, so reviewing the product that we're going to be taking a look at, we're going to be using one of my product research packets for these vaccine card holders / protectors. So basically, you put your CDC card in here and it protects it. It's a waterproof seal and it's just basically plastic to contain it and hold your vaccine card protector, which I thought was going to be a great idea. The data supported it and we were about to find out how it actually performed. As I mentioned, this product had some great data right off the bat. So at first, I noticed that the 30-day and the 90-day search trends started to creep up in March of 2021, and it really caught my attention, it caught my eye. I then used Jungle Scout to determine how it stacks up with monthly sales and future growth. The results were great. It had a 9 out of 10 niche score and an 8 out of 10 opportunity score, which validated that this product was going to sell. So taking a look at all this data, I began to create my research packet and I began delivering this product to my clients on Fiverr, and they were able to take this product and have immediate success with it. And once I started seeing that a lot of these people had immediate success with this product and many of my other Fiverr products that I've delivered, it was time for me to go ahead and to put this to the test. Alright, so back to the test now. The thought was that I would purchase 1,200 units from my recommended supplier, and then I would have them package them into sets of 3. Since I was acting as a total beginner, I didn't have my supplier ship directly from their location in China the whole way to Amazon. I had them actually ship the units to me. That way I could take a look at the quality of these products and then I could ship them off to Amazon FBA myself. So I went ahead and followed the instructions in the supplier recommendation in the research packet, and I then put my order in for these products. Now, once I received the products about a couple of weeks later, I immediately inspected them and found out that the quality was actually pretty great. This supplier was a good recommendation after all. I then listed the product using a catchy title, some descriptive bullet points, I edited the images, and most importantly, I added the keywords from the research packet. All of the work on my listing was actually done by myself. I didn't hire somebody to do it. And you may be thinking, Josh, you have a lot of experience on Amazon, you know how to create these listings. Yes, that is true, but I taught myself how to create optimized listings, and I know that you can as well. Just go ahead, watch some YouTube videos, look at some resources online, and if you still don't have it, if you're still not confident in your ability, you can always hire someone to go ahead and do that for you. Now, once I had my listing up and it was active, I created my shipment plan to send these off to Amazon FBA. I decided to label all of the products myself with the FN SKU labels to save on cost. After this, I dropped the units off at UPS, and there they went. And now it was a waiting game for these products to arrive at Amazon FBA. And to be honest with you guys, I was a little bit nervous at this point if these were actually going to sell when they were checked into my inventory, because this was the first time that I wasn't using advertising for my business and I was solely relying on the organic sales that would come from using my keywords and popping up in the search results. So just so you know, it usually takes 1 to 4 days for the products to be checked in once they arrive at the Amazon Fulfillment Center. So it ended up taking about a week for my products to actually be shipped and then checked in. Starting on April 26th, I had my first set of products available and stocked into my inventory at Amazon FBA. And to my surprise, I was very surprised when I saw this, I actually ended up getting a sale that first day. So what I did is I priced them at $5.99 per set versus the $9.99 recommended price in the research packet. And immediately after getting that first sale, I increased the price up to $6.99. I did this because I knew I couldn't rely on advertising, so I had to have the most competitive offer on Amazon at that moment. And that is exactly what happened here. And the reason why you want to do this is because the Amazon algorithm for the search results, they're going to immediately see that you gained a sale and they're going to pop you up higher in the search results. It really works out to your favor. And then ultimately, you'll be able to get that first review that much sooner. The second day, I ended up selling 3 units at $6.99 per set. And as you can see, the next day I gained 4 sales. Every day I was increasing my daily units, and although it wasn't a lot, I was one step closer to gaining that first quality review, which would really accelerate this entire process. Day by day, my sales were increasing, a very gradual amount, but it wasn't until April 30th, 4 days later, I gained that first quality review, and the results were great. As you can see, my sales exploded from about 4 to 5 units per day, the whole way up to 19 units that day. Now that is the power of reviews, and it goes to show that you do not need advertising for that immediate success. So all in all, for the first week selling these products, I sold a total of 92 units and a total of $752.08 in total revenue. Now again, that is my revenue and is not my profit, so I have to factor in all of the fees and the costs associated with selling these units before we can see what I really made. So breaking down our fees, we really have 3 main fees, and the first one are our Amazon referral and FBA fees. These are fees just to use Amazon's platform, which is about 15% of the sales price, and additionally we're paying Amazon for their fulfillment network services, FBA, which comes to a total of $3.85 per unit. Additionally, we have our cost of goods at 87 cents. This is the amount that it costs to actually procure the product from our supplier for a set of 3 of these vaccine card holders. Lastly, here we have 20 cents for our average Amazon membership fees, because if you recall from the beginning of this video, we ended up starting out with the individual plan where you pay 99 cents per sale, but once I hit that 40 unit mark, I ended up converting my monthly plan to the professional plan, so I'm only spending $39.99 each and every month. So that averages out to about 20 cents per unit, making our total fees per unit $4.92. So now that we have an understanding of the fees per unit, we can calculate what our profit and profit margin is going to look like. So our average sales price came out to be about $9.77, making our profit margin per unit 49.6%. And if you look at the packet, I was estimating the profit margin to be about 50%, which is nearly spot on to what we have right here. So that just shows you the accuracy of those estimates that I put into the product research packets. Okay, and now that we have the profit margin of 49.6%, we multiply that by the revenue to get the actual amount of profit that we make for that first week, and that was about $373. Looking a little bit ahead, to date, I've nearly made $1,408 in total revenue, and that puts our profit at $698, and I still have about 235 units to sell, and I've only sold 165 units to date. So if you jump ahead and you do the calculations of what the expected revenue would look like once I sell all 400 units, and remember they're 400 units at Amazon, but I ordered 1,200 units and packaged them into sets of 3. So once we sell 400 of those units, I'm expecting the revenue to be about $3,414 and a total profit of $1,693. So if you look at your ROI, your return on investment on that $500 investment, you're looking at a 339% ROI. So would you rather take your $500 and invest it in the stock market, and if you're lucky, you might yield an 8 to 10% return on investment annually? Or what you could do is you can invest that $500, you could go ahead, purchase one of my research packets, sell that product on Amazon, and in nearly 1 to 2 months, you could see a significant return on investment on that $500. Overall, I would say that this product recommendation was definitely a success. And with $500, you can have such a great return on your investment. And a lot of people have this misconception that you need thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to actually go ahead and be successful on Amazon. I hope that this proves that you do not need that. And if I began to use advertising, we could expect those sales to nearly double to triple for the days going forward and to sell more and more units each day. Now, that does come with a price. I usually factor in about 10% of my profit margin dedicated to just advertising. So you do make less per unit, but the idea is you're going to be selling a lot more and therefore you're going to be making more money. Stay tuned for the other videos like this where I put my Fiverr products to the test.